Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. I hope you're all okay and I hope you're all doing well. Excuse the bags under my eyes. I've got a very poorly baby at the moment. Jacob's unwell. He has come down with an ear infection. So we've had a few sleepless nights, horrendous high temperatures, but he's now on antibiotics. We had to take him back to the doctors yesterday because he had a horrendous temperature of 40.4, which was really high. So we ended up taking him back, even though he went to the doctor's the day before. So he's now on antibiotics. So excuse these like really tired bags under my eyes. I keep meaning to do those eye masks, but I just find them very annoying. Anywho, so I just want to say thank you to those who have recently subscribed to my channel and also viewed my videos recently. I cannot believe how many people who viewed my morning routine one. Over like 200 people. That's amazing. I was not expecting that. So I mean, I was planning on doing an evening routine one, but with Jacob being so poorly, I've decided not to do that one this time. I have decided to talk to you guys about mental health. As you know, or as we all know, mental health is everywhere. Everybody seems to be suffering from mental health, and it's now become a big thing. Everyone is more open and honest about their mental health. And I think since during the pandemic, when we were all shut in, it got worse, mental health. So, and it's good to talk and about how we're feeling and our, and what's getting us down and stuff. So anyway, I thought I'd talk to you about how my mental health started. So I have suffered from depression and anxiety since I was 13. I got bullied at school in year 9. My bullies were just awful. They literally made my life a living hell. They were in near enough all my classes that I was in. One of them was in my form class, and I used to dread going into school every day. So yes, I was suicidal as well. I lost a lot of friends due to my bully. Some of my friends became bullies themselves, and that's just teenage girls and boys for you. So my mum took me to see my GP because she was concerned because I didn't want to go into school, or I'd come home from school. There were times I ran out of school. So anyway, so my GP told my mum that she suffered from anxiety and depression. So I was put on a really high dose of antidepressants because I was quite suicidal, and I just literally lost my self-confidence, my self-esteem, everything. So I ended up being out of school for 3 months, and then I didn't return till after those 3 months. So it kind of went into the school holidays as well, because my GP felt like the school wasn't safe for me and it wasn't a safe environment. So yeah, so I returned to school, but gradually and slowly, and I kind of had to find myself again. I kind of had to build my confidence, my self-esteem again, because I literally lost it all completely. And I have to this day, and I still do now, I still suffer from low self-esteem. Confident wise has got a lot better, but my self-esteem has always been bad. I've always doubted myself or made myself feel awful. I've turned around, I've said to myself, and I've looked in the mirror, oh, you look ugly today. I'm my worst enemy, as they say. So and then I came off the antidepressants. I also had counselling as well. When I first got diagnosed with depression, we had to go through a family counselling, and that did help as well. So then I came off the medication gradually and slowly, and I was fine. And then I went back on the medication in my early 20s, purely because I was just feeling a little bit overwhelmed and stressed with starting a new job. And then I moved out of my house when I was 21 with my ex-husband at the time. And then things were fine, and I just carried on with them, and then I came back off them again because I thought I don't need them anymore, I'm fine. And then back in 2018, my depression got the better of me. I was in a really dark place. My marriage had broken down from Ben's father, and then there were things that came out of that relationship that I didn't know, which I won't discuss on here because that's my private life. And it's all in the past now. And also Ben was getting diagnosed with autism at the time, and I just felt like my world was crumbling down on me, and I just couldn't get out of this big hole. I felt like I was climbing and climbing, and every time I climbed I just kept falling down. I ended up going back to my GP to get some help, and I remember saying to her, just take me away, I don't want to be here, just section me somewhere. I was like having a nervous breakdown, as they say, and I was only 28 at the time. So yeah, so then I was put back on antidepressants, and then I stayed on them because I felt they were helping me, and I had counselling, and that really helped as well. And then I came off them when I found out that I was pregnant with Jacob, when me and Mark first met, purely because I was worried about taking them while I was pregnant. But then depression came back and got the better of me again. And I still say to this day that I was suffering from postnatal depression, even before Jacob was born and after Jacob was born. Purely because I was pregnant during COVID. We went back into lockdown before Christmas, and Mark became my bubble. But then also, me and Mark weren't living together, so I felt like I was dealing with this pregnancy all on my own. And then when Jacob was born, it was just me and Jacob and Ben for 4 months, because like I say, me and Mark weren't living together and our house wasn't quite ready to move in. So, and then since then, my depression is still, I wouldn't say great. I do find life very hard since I've become a mum of 2/3, because I've got Riley as well, even though he's not technically mine. And I've just felt like life's not been easy. It's like, you may look on my Instagram and think, oh wow, she looks happy, she looks amazing, but generally there are days where I'm not happy and I don't feel amazing. I've really, really struggled with the changes to my body as well, becoming a mum second time round. After I had Ben, I snapped back really quick, back into my size 8 jeans. And then since Jacob, I haven't snapped back. I've got a mum tum. My tummy is a lot more wider, a lot more spread, as they say. My hips are a lot more wider. And I've gone up a size in trousers. I'm now a size 10. But I've got to look at it as, it's a size 10. I think majority of women are size 10 nowadays. And so what? We are what we are. And also, I'm a stay-at-home mum, and it can be lonely. It can be lonely being a stay-at-home mum when it's just me all day, every day on my own, with just Jacob. And then it's trying to keep everything else on top of life, make sure the house is tidy, getting dinner sorted, washing, ironing, all those general things. It's like I described it to someone. I'm like a plate spinner who works in a circus, and every time I spin a plate, they will keep falling down. So at the moment, I'm going through counselling again. I'm having counselling again. I'm also having help from the social team as well, to help me try and to get out and socialise, because there's not much around here where I live, and plus I don't drive. And there's just general stress with planning a wedding and other general stress, which I won't go into because it's private. So yes, so that is my mental health journey. But I am trying to find ways to help with my mental health. So for instance, I've decided that in the evening I'm going to go for walks when the kids go to bed, just to have like some me time, some quality time to myself. And if you are struggling with your mental health, do not be ashamed to ask for help. It is important that you get help. Go see your GP, or even talk to your friends about how you're feeling. It is so important. Do not let everything bottle up inside you. That happened to me when I was a teenager. I let everything just bottle up inside, and then all of a sudden it got the better of me, and then I needed help, and then I ended up being out of school for 3 months. So yeah, so that's basically my journey through depression and anxiety. So I hope this video has been helpful, and if you want to ask me any questions at all, I mean, check out my Instagram, which will be at the bottom of the page here, and also subscribe as well if you can. So I hope this video has been really helpful. I've just heard Jacob, so I'm gonna go sort him out now, and I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.